Celebrity Chef Carlos Brown. Today I want to talk about something very special. It's a very unique dish from the Gullah Geechee culture called shrimp and grits. Just to tell you a little bit about the history of Gullah. The Gullah culture, what happens was whenever they prepared a meal, they really didn't have a whole lot to eat. So what they would go back to is going to the lake and throwing their net out there and catching fish and some wonderful shrimp. And so they'll put together this unique meal called shrimp and grits. You see it on everybody's menu. The thing about the shrimp and grits that the Gullah culture used, it was always fresh corn. They used fresh corn instead of buying 5-minute grits. 5-minute grits is, for educational purpose, is bleached grits. Here we got some yellow grits here, which is, and it's yellow because it's fresh corn, and it's stone ground grits. And that's where the shrimp and grits come from. Well, here they put together this unique meal that used to be considered not so fancy on the fine dining table, that's now on everybody's menu. I wanted to bring to you authentic shrimp and grits. We use a beurre blanc sauce, we use fresh crab meat, and the grits, we kind of use everything we catch from the ocean or we grew in the ground. So now you're dealing with fresh herbs and spices to make this work for you. As you can see, the shrimp right here is nice and golden. You don't want to overcook the shrimp because that takes away from the flavor of what it really should be. This was a heartfelt dish, a really heartfelt dish. So now I'm going to add, I take out the little notch, a little fancy, so I'll add a little wine to it. You know, just kind of give it a, because wine is the beurre blanc part. Beurre meaning white wine. That's what I'm using here today to kind of make this look really good. I kind of play with it, toss with it. Look at the golden brown shrimp. The Gullah culture is a very powerful history that needs to be known all around the world. And so when you eat shrimp and grits, you're not just eating a meal, but you're eating history. Before I let you go, I want to show you that, again, that yellow grits. I'm going to just play it a little bit because you can also have this yellow grits without the beurre blanc sauce. So you don't really need the sauce, but the sauce is very good. But if you just want to try the plain grits just to see the difference between the yellow grits, which is a stone ground grits made with fresh corn, versus white grits that's in the bag, that's 5 minutes only to make. It takes at least about an hour to really let it go. And while that grits is cooking, believe it or not, they're working in the field. So when they come back in, bam, you got some nice creamy grits. So there it is. Thank you again. This is Chef Carlos' history on Gullah cooking shrimp and grits.